Hello, I'm Rob, the arts teacher, and these are my 5 steps for successful museum visits. This case study involves innovative teaching and learning methods and focuses on student self-expression through the use of language and art making. How do we turn a museum visit into a deep learning experience for students? How do we engage students and foster student-centered and active learning? During this video, you will be able to reflect on these questions in relation to your own experiences and context. Today's story begins as we make the 3-hour journey by train from Gdynia in the north of Poland to the capital Warsaw in the center of Poland in the middle of winter to visit a Picasso exhibition. What are the 5 steps for success? The walkthrough, no more than 3 concise learning goals, choose 5 artworks, copy 2 artworks, create your own artwork. To help students get a feel for the wider context, we take a walk through the whole exhibition, stopping briefly twice for discussion sessions using the Socratic Method, where students can comment on things they've seen and compare these with their prior knowledge. The aim during this first step is to quickly explore the whole exhibition so that students can put things that they're seeing in context. At the end of the walkthrough, the teacher should communicate up to 3 concise learning goals and tasks. Simply describe and emphasize what you want students to experience and understand. State clearly what you want them to do, the tasks. Also explain the why. In other words, how the activities will help grow their understanding, their skills, and their creativity and imagination. In Warsaw, our focus was all about Picasso's faces, and this required students to be conscious of 3 learning goals while in the exhibition. First, to be able to observe and respond to examples of Picasso using a variety of styles in his faces. Second, to be able to sense how the artist was experimenting with different approaches to the same face. And third, to be able to make connections between their prior knowledge of the ancient Greeks and what they observed in the exhibition. What did I ask students to do? Choose 5 artworks that reflect your understanding and interpretation of the ideas we've discussed in relation to the learning goals. Photograph these 5 artworks that you choose on your phone. Copy 2 of the 5 artworks you selected to understand and learn the artist's methods and style. Your copies can be quick pencil or marker pen drawings that try to capture the style of Picasso's artwork. As we explained in class before the trip, one reason we copy an artist's work is to tune our eyes in to recognize how an artist has created an image. This can make us more skilled observers. It can also grow our own creativity. Create your own artwork inspired by what you've learned. You may create more than one if time permits. You have free choice in deciding what you do or make with what you've just experienced and what you already know or know how to do. Be creative, create with freedom. This is about your impressions, your ideas, and your feelings. The success of my 5 steps during museum visits also relies a lot on the teaching and learning culture in my art program. One platform of this program is teaching for artistic behaviors. Another is the importance placed on students having as much free choice as possible. And a third is the use of the Socratic Method to stimulate critical thinking. The 5 steps for success and these educational underpinnings are all aimed at keeping the museum visit as student-centered as possible. One example of this commitment by the teacher can be observed during the creative phase that is the fifth step in the 5 steps. Here it is important to realize that some students may make an artwork that closely follows the subject and the methods of the artist being studied, while others may create an art piece that seems to be in no relationship to the learning experience, precisely because they may have found the experience of being outside the classroom, away from school and home, and in a new environment has stimulated their creativity in a new way. In this final piece, the teacher must not convey any judgment of the work, no matter how conservative or surprising or deviant it may seem to their eyes. Trusting student creativity is vital. Accepting all these possibilities reaffirms that the learning activity was, after all, student-centered and not teacher-centered.